It's just a Starbucks thing.
That's too bad. I hate it when we're out of butter croissants.
Yeah.
Hey, but we're not going to run out of matches for a while yet tonight because we are just starting. So, we got a first round, and the round ones are always very fun to watch because
I think
it's a grab bag. You never know what to expect.
my favorite thing about this first round is that I know neither of the two players sitting down.
That makes me excited.
I'm
I
actually
love
more excited than when I only know one of them.
that. It makes me happy that I go, oh, we got two people. I have not gotten to commentate them at a tournament yet. Look at them getting their chance to show up on stream.
Two
Get
faces
the chance
that
to
are
show
new to me, at the very least.
half a face for each, one face in total because
Right.
we got the masks over them because we're responsible. But let's see how it goes. We've got a Joker and we've got a Link. So this is going to be potentially a problem for the Joker in just terms of, well, does this Link play a very solid projectile game? Does he play it tight? Is it going to be hard for the Joker to get in? I think that's one of the first things to think about.
Yeah, in general against Link, you gotta wonder if you can get through Boomerang, get through whatever silly bomb stuff, get through the wall of Nair in general. Right now, Smeggy's looking for an answer, and he has found a little bit of that in the counter. Fino looking to keep this pressure up long distance.
Yeah, as Link in this matchup, it's great. That downwards DI scared the pants off of me, but it did not scare the stock away, so Smeggy going to be holding on to that first stock. But without Arsene, how are we going to take out this first stock from Fino?
Bit of a flub there, not catching the recovery. Little jab sets up a tech chase, gets the bomb, and still swings on the counter, but that is a big punish on the aggression.
That's just great DI, and I love the constant use of the counter, right? I think
that Rebel's guard.
Yeah, Smeggy's already gotten into the spirit of, well, if Fino is going to swing at these tempos or when I get this close to him or whatnot, then I can continue to pull out the counter, but you've got to hit him eventually because if you continue to whiff, Link has plenty of whiff punish tools in his arsenal, and that up B has proven to be one of the better ones.
Right, you definitely do need Hexastar Ascent as well to get some of these early KOs. The way that Smeggy's been playing and getting utilization out of that counter, we could see quite a few more Arsens than you typically do.
And that's so big to close out those stocks in these games, but having trouble getting this first one. There, though, catching that wayward aggression from Fino, who just wanted to try to fake out the movement, drift back in with Link, and that could be a scary concept with that Nair, but again, the counter comes out.
Oh my goodness, weak, late hit of that Nair means we're going to see that up B out of shield. Again, the counter putting on a lot of extra Arsene meter there on the bomb detonation.
It's been so big for Smeggy to have that, not be afraid to use that counter. I think that when you have a good idea of your opponent's tempo when they're going to swing, I think that you should continue to use that counter until they give you a reason not to. And so far, Fino hasn't really changed up the tempo, but that being said, he hasn't really had to. He continues to stay in the lead. That's damage, though.
Ooh, trying to end it early. Again, we're seeing the up B go above the ledge, and not a huge punish from Smeggy.
Neither of these guys are really getting those big, long strings, not able to connect those long combos. They're really just looking for those singular big hits and haven't been really playing around with stage control or anything just yet. That time, though, Fino waiting out that counter. The forward tilt comes through.
Has the bomb in hand, gets knocked out. Smeggy not having the easiest of ways of dealing with Fino when he's on the platform.
Again comes the counter, though. I was expecting to see it again. Seems like, oh my god, he got the kill. Fino was not ready to DI that forward smash, and maybe he was just taken aback by how quickly the Arsene came out, but that's just what we've seen. Every time Smeggy gets a disadvantage, it seems like that Rebel's guard comes out.
Immediately. First beat. Here we are just out of time to hit that forward smash.
Man, and we just see Fino being able to take these glancing blows, right? Link is going to be able to scrap in terms of, taking trade for trade along with Joker, as neither of these guys, like I mentioned, are getting these big extensions. And here, finally, Fino waiting out that counter. Love that he's finally scoped that out, and the fact that he's already in the lead might give him the game.
He does just need to find the way to punish it now. You find the right beats, but now you have to find the right timing to come through and actually close it. Now we've got very close to a full Arsene meter. This could be huge for Smeggy. Fino Not out of it yet.
Wow.
Barely not going to be knocked off by that, but we do see Arsene coming through. That's big damage, but the up B out of shield is going to catch the dash attack trying to chase.
Yeah, Alfino just kind of went right back to the old reliable right there with that up B out of shield, which has worked so many times, but particularly once it got to those kill percents, you know, you just needed that one whiff, that one unsafe pressure on shield from Smeggy, and I think that that was the really big story of that match, at least on Smeggy's end, right? Playing the Joker. I think that one of the problems that he was facing down, right, was not only was he not able to get a whole lot of damage off of his openings, but he was also applying, you know, pretty unsafe pressure, and that's what Joker is actually usually pretty good at, is landing with some pretty safe aerials. It's not necessarily as much about the spacing in terms of where you are towards your opponent, but where you are in terms of the stage.
Right, and definitely could be utilizing some more of the tools that we didn't see a lot, like that down gun being a big opener. That could be one of those safe options to kind of poke. We see a couple of the guns show up at the start, and again, we're seeing the Rebels Guard immediately come out of disadvantage.
Ooh, I love the coverage there from Fino, though. I mean, not thrown off at all by these Rebels Guards right off the start, because he knows that getting those tech chases on the platforms, he won't have access to it. And Smeggy right off the bat, again, getting this Arsene so early, but it's time to see what he can do with the Arsene, right? Can he get that big damage? 2 or 3 hits is enough to get him near kill percent.
Oh, we do see the up smash try to cover that whole plat. Boomerang coming back for him. Forward smash sent in the opposite direction is not going to take a KO just yet.
And that's something that we didn't see enough from Fino in that last game too, right? There were a couple of times where he connected boomerangs in pretty decent spots, right? Especially one where he had the point-blank boomerang, probably could have followed it up with an up B to get the kill, but didn't capitalize off of that. Knowing how good of a combo tool that boomerang can be, just like that right there, can be so important.
Boomerang on the way back was a perfect setup for the forward air over there. In the corner is definitely going to take the first stock. Trying to go for the thievery, and ends up robbing themselves of a stock.
Yeah, definitely just wanted to pull out the old Gemma, right? Yeah, the up B near the ledge, drag him off, and then you get the ledge trap, but you have to be confident to get back to the ledge as well, and he drifted so far into the stage he got scared off by the Joker. Oh my god, damage!
The roll, yeah, that is big damage.
That was such a great string right there from Fino. I mean, you know, again, really showing what you can do off of just one hit in neutral if you get a good read on where your opponent is position-wise. That's what makes Link's gameplay so scary, but that counter lingering.
Oof. Again, these are just blows being traded, hits being blocked, and nothing really going crazy as a result. I feel like we're not seeing those combo starters.
Yeah, no big extensions, but, you know, eventually trade out damage here and there. The forward smash is definitely going to be enough, and that's just going back to that problem that we saw from Smeggy earlier, right? Is that sometimes the positioning is just a little bit off. You throw those moves out in an unsafe place, and then you have enough time to forward smash if you're Fino and take the stock.
Nice forward air catches Fino jumping. Could be the start of something nice. Smeggy is playing from behind and a game down. Gonna need to do something with his damage.
Definitely gonna need to find a way to build it up much, much quicker. And that's something that Joker can definitely do, right? As much as Link definitely plays around with good stage control, Joker can do much the same. He has some very impressive approaching tools. You just need to find a way to get stage control and then do something with it. And of course, especially with the Arsene, you've got to find a way to maximize that damage. And just trading out. Wow. That's such an unfortunate way to end.
Yeah, the directional air dodge putting you at a ton of lag out of the jump. Canceled it out of the jump. And unfortunately, that means that there's not going to be a recovery. That's going to be Fino moving on in the bracket.
Yeah, solid with the Link. We'll see more of him, I'm sure. And yeah, I think that, you know, especially towards the end of that game too, it seemed like, you know, maybe he hadn't played a bunch of games to warm up before, but after that it was like, all right, we see him getting, like, you know, a good nair to open with, a good boomerang, actually getting those follow-ups, and it seemed like he wasn't just playing the, you know, jab trade game the whole time.
Right. Not just single one hits. A lot of the forward smashes were connecting though. That's pretty nice.
That's, you know, again, if you can catch your opponent in a bad position, you know,